Edgar confronts his former friend Oliver, a captain of the guard who constantly questions his actions. Oliver suspects Edgar of abusing his power, particularly in the recent killing of the Baron. Edgar presents evidence justifying the killing and dismisses Oliver's concerns. Despite the tension, Oliver leaves, but warns Edgar that he will be watching him closely. The encounter leaves questions about Edgar's true motives and the potential repercussions of the Baron's death, especially with the Baroness seeking answers. Had Edgar truly acted justly in slaying the Baron? And what of the Baroness waiting for an explanation, her grief surely burning with a desire for vengeance?
What happened between the two of you? You two used to be such good friends. I had high hopes you two would still be friends after you changed from boys to men, Alfred said with a hint of sadness in his voice. Of all the young men Edgar became acquainted with, Oliver was one of the few he viewed as Edgar's friend. I cannot answer that, as Oliver was the one to end our friendship without any explanation. Now he goes around running whenever he hears my name as he looks to throw me in jail. Another pain in the ass I must deal with. Send a bottle of alcohol to the empty bedroom on the second floor to the left of the stairs, said Edgar. Are you truly going to spend your wedding night in separate rooms? Your bedroom has been set up for the both of you, just like you requested. Even if he wasn't the best father, he still was her father, and the Duchess will need to be comforted. Do not share separate rooms tonight, Alfred advised Edgar. He imagined the emotions Alessandra was going through now that she was alone in her room. I am not the best when it comes to comforting someone. I will check on her for a moment, but we will not share a room tonight. Do not ask me about it again. Edgar knew what Alfred was trying to do, but they both agreed to no feelings. It was better that way. What was the point of getting married to her then? You could have helped her without getting married to her. You were so adamant about not getting married and wanting to be alone. Can you honestly say there are no feelings involved? Asked Alfred. There are no feelings involved, Alfred. I barely know Alessandra. Enough to marry her, Alfred interjected. What is your reason behind this? She simply amuses me. My family is constantly on my ass to get married and have a child. Out of all the women I have come across, none have amused me as Alessandra has. She wanted freedom, and I wanted the marriage offers to stop. We both got what we wanted, and we are fine. Stop expecting something more and prepare for tomorrow. The news of my marriage will spread like wildfire. Yes, young master. Alfred once again gave up. He didn't know how he would handle two young adults who would eventually bottle up any feelings they had because of the contract. They already agreed to be married forever. Why not just toss the contract out the window if they are getting along so well? Alfred wondered. Young people these days and their relationships. Meanwhile, as Edgar walked up the stairs to go to the second floor, he decided to not check up on Alessandra. He already asked her what she was feeling, and she was not in need of being comforted based on what he saw. Edgar was not going to force Alessandra into talking about her father's death. Alfred thought Alessandra would be crying alone in her room, but quite frankly, Edgar believed she didn't care about her father's death. She was the one to give her permission for him to be killed.
Edgar reached the second floor, pausing outside Alessandra's door. He'd told himself she didn't need comforting, but the silence was unsettling. He'd seen her composure, but was it real? Or a mask? He raised his hand to knock, then hesitated. What would he say? What would she say? He'd offered freedom, but had he truly given her what she wanted? Or just a different cage? He lowered his hand, frowning. Alessandra was an enigma, and he was intrigued. He walked to his room, leaving the silence. Had he made a mistake? What would the consequences be?
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.